The pregnant mothers in their last 3 months are given a kick chart or the fetal movement chart by the clinic, which is a card with little squares. This fetal movement chart is something very important. It is used to know whether the baby is fine. And if the clue says the baby isn't fine, it is used when the mother admits in the hospital. Sometimes you can feel when the baby moves and hits. This chart is created by the doctors after knowing the information as to such movements. Today, we will discuss some facts about that.
Now I'm pregnant for almost 5 months.
Now the baby has started moving, hasn't he?
Yes, 2 weeks ago I felt it for the first time. I'm overjoyed. I let my husband feel it too. My belly skin moves up and down. Oh, I felt like I have a baby made with our own blood.
Didn't you see the baby in the scan?
Yes, I saw after about 2-3 months. We saw how he moves. But this is the first time we felt.
When the baby hits mother by his limbs after growing inside the mother, it is called the real kick. What we write in the kick chart is the number of kicks. When the baby is hiccuping, we don't consider them as kicks. Sometimes the kick can be felt even outside the mother's hand. But only the kick felt by the mother is calculated.
I can feel when he hits with his limbs. Sometimes it's like a boxing punch. Sometimes he hits several times within an hour. I can recognize his hiccups too. It's a methodical movement, very much similar to us. That movement can be felt.
I also love when the baby moves. I can feel to my hand, Sometimes it feels like a water wave. Some are playing with the baby inside the belly. Those are known as kick games. Let's see the importance of the fetal movement chart. These movements show the liveliness of the baby to the mother and father. Among all the fetal movement charts, the method of Cardiff count to 10 is used often. According to this method, there should be at least 10 notes about the movements within the time limit of 8 to 12 hours. To make such notes, the time the baby used to move a lot should be chosen. An ordinary mother has experience on this. If the baby moves about 10 times within 12 hours, it means the baby is fine.
This is how the fetal movement chart should be used. Start to mark the movements every day in the morning around 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Let's think it is 7 a.m. When the baby moves once, you should cross a square. Check the time after you cross 10 squares. If the time is 2 p.m., that means the baby has kicked 10 times within 7 hours. It is quite sure the baby is fine, isn't that so? Fetal movement charts are given for some highly risky mothers, such as the mothers who are suffering from high blood pressure, diabetes in their 32nd week. The rest of the mothers are given around the 36th week.
So, at what time do we need to meet the doctor if the baby doesn't move?
That is also very important, right? If there are no at least 10 kicks within 12 hours, the time between 2 kicks is more than 3 hours. You should meet the midwife in your area or a doctor. If not, you should go to the hospital.
We taught you how to know the activeness of a baby through the fetal movement chart. This shows the health of the baby, and you'd better confirm that you realize through medical tests. So, you don't need to be panic. On the other hand, this notebook supplies an assurance to the baby, and on the other hand, it gives you a relief too.